And welcome back to the channel. On this video, let's compare e-bikes, as 60 volt versus 72 volt is always a question of which one to buy. I recently purchased the Graffiti X, Lyric Graffiti X, 60 volt bike, and I've often wondered, what about a 72 volt? So let's do a comparison. I got some notes here on what I've gathered in comparing a 60 volt bike versus a 72 volt e-bike. So let's look at some of this. So performance. The most significant difference between a 72 volt and 60 volt e-bike lies in the performance capabilities. The higher voltage of the 72 volt battery allows for a more powerful motor, resulting in better acceleration and a higher maximum speed. This makes the 72 volt e-bike ideal for riders who need to travel long distances or those who value a more responsive and sporty riding experience. On the other hand, 60 volt e-bikes offer more than enough power for most daily commuting and casual riding needs. While they may not have the same acceleration or top speed as the 72 volt e-bike, they are still significantly faster than a regular bicycle and provide a smooth and efficient ride. Let's look at the battery life now, because that's an important thing too. Battery life and range are also factors to consider when comparing 72 volt and 60 volt e-bikes. Generally speaking, a higher voltage battery can store more energy, leading to a longer range per charge. However, this also depends on the capacity of the battery, measured in ampere hours or AH, and the efficiency of the motor and electronics. A 72 volt e-bike with a large battery capacity can offer a significantly longer range than a 60 volt e-bike with a smaller battery. This is particularly beneficial for riders who need to travel longer distances or who may not have access to charging facilities along the route. However, it is important to note that higher voltage batteries can take longer to charge, which could impact the convenience of using the e-bike. Additionally, larger batteries may add weight and bulk to the e-bike, affecting its power and portability. So that's so true. I mean, I'll give my conclusion here at the end of this. Cost. The cost of a 72 volt versus a 60 volt e-bike can vary significantly depending on a range of factors, including brand, quality, features, and battery capacity. Generally speaking, a 72 volt e-bike, they tend to be more expensive than a 60 volt model due to their higher performance and capability and larger batteries. It is important to consider that overall value and money when making a purchase. A higher priced 72 volt e-bike may offer better performance and range, but may also require a larger investment. On the other hand, the more affordable 60 volt e-bike may meet your needs perfectly and provide a cost-effective way to get around. Maintenance requirements for 72 and 60 volt e-bikes are generally similar. Both types of e-bikes require regular checks and maintenance to ensure they are operating safely and efficiently. This includes checking the brakes, tires, and gears, as well as checking the battery and wiring. Higher voltage batteries may require more care and attention, as they can be more sensitive to damage and require specific charging equipment. However, many models or modern e-bikes can come with built-in safety features and protection systems to minimize the risk and damage to ensure a safe operation. Conclusion. I'll give this conclusion and then I'll give my own conclusion on top of this. In conclusion, the choice between a 72 volt and a 60 volt e-bike depends on your specific range, and the 72 volt e-bike may be the better option for you. However, if you are looking for a cost-effective and reliable e-bike for commuting or casual riding, a 60 volt model may offer more suitable balance of performance and affordability. Ultimately, the best way to determine which e-bike is right for you is to research different models, compare features and specifications, and consider your own riding habits and needs. By doing so, you can make an informed decision that will help you enjoy a safe and enjoyable e-bike ride experience. So basically, for me, summing this up in a conclusion, I would say I have a 60-volt battery bike right now, and so far so good. I have not done full testing. I have not done a range test or a true hill climb yet, and I am going to be doing those, but with terrible weather outside, it's kind of hard to do it at this time of year, as I received the bike on Halloween, and so I haven't had a lot of time to get it assembled and then try everything. And at this time of year now, with the cooler weather, the battery is going to be giving like a kind of a false reading as far as the battery going to be zapped for power more due to the colder weather. But at my conclusion, I would say this: now having the 60-volt battery or 60-volt bike and never having a 72-volt yet, but looking around at them, I have looked around at them past and present. It's still intriguing. It'll probably always be intriguing until I ever get one, if I do. And right now, though, I am satisfied with the 60-volt Graffiti X, but it's still going to be always there until you get to the very top level. You're always going to think about it, I think. And so we're kind of here in what I would call the meaty middle, but I don't know. I can never say never, but at this point, I don't have any desire to get one 100%, but it's always going to be there in the back of your mind until you do get one and try it. But we'll see how it goes. I haven't ridden this Graffiti X a whole enough yet really to give a good full answer, a good final answer on this, but so far so good. I mean, I like the Graffiti X. It's got pretty much everything I want on a bike. The one thing that I guess it could use is it could use a little more juice on the takeoff, and there's been several people talk about that. It doesn't have a real powerful takeoff, but once it gets going about 5 seconds into your ride, it sure picks up speed, and is certainly plenty enough speed for me, and it probably would be for a lot of you out there. If you're looking to ride, I'd say consistently in the 25 to 35 mile per hour range, this bike will be perfect. Even if you want to go faster, at times it does do that as well, but don't forget, the faster you ride, the more battery it's going to zap. So you want to be a little bit more efficient maybe, and not go too crazy. All right, well, that's going to do it for this video. I thought I would talk about a comparison between 60-volt e-bike and 72-volt. And the cost, I should mention one more thing about the cost. It sure does jump up a lot when you go from a 60-volt to a 72-volt, especially in the battery. The battery is a lot more expensive when you get going up into the 72-volt range. You know, when you get up there 30, 40, and 50 amp hour batteries, they are going to be very costly. You're looking at upwards of $2,000 and maybe north of that. So you got to take that into fact as well. Even the 60-volt 40 amp hour battery that comes with the Graffiti X, if I wanted to buy another battery, like a second battery, or ever have to buy a replacement, it's $1,599. So they're definitely not cheap when you get up into this voltage and higher amp hour as well. So that's going to do it for this video. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much for doing that. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to comment on this or any other video, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Maybe you have a thought on what bike you're riding. Have you tried a 60-volt and a 72-volt before? And give us a little conclusion on what you think of the two bikes. Is there a big difference between a 60 and a 72-volt, be it price, what you paid, or just the power and overall experience of riding a 60-volt versus a 72? Let us know in the comments your thoughts on that. And once again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, keep your wheels on the road. See you later.